Going into the season, I was far more worried about this Buffalo Bills team than other people, and a big reason why was the offense. I felt like it was far too Josh Allen dependent, and it has been until this game right here. Josh Allen threw for below 100 yards, yet the Bills still beat one of the best teams in the NFC in really convincing fashion. And they did that because of these five guys right here, the O-linemen. Every single one of them had a great day. They did it because of James Cook over here, who did a great job running. And all the other players that you would see making blocks, because they ran all over this Cowboys defense. And I want to go over some plays that really depict just how scary this Bills team has the ability to be, because now they're going to be able to complement Josh Allen and that passing offense with a high caliber running game. So this play was early in the game. It was on the Bills' first offensive drive, and they motioned James Cook from Josh Allen's left to Josh Allen's right, and I believe it's to just see how the defense would react. Maybe it's to make sure that they're running away from Micah Parsons. That very well could be the case. It could be a mixture of those things. It's hard to tell from an outside perspective. But what I want to look at here is the blocking scheme, right? They're going to do power with the center pulling up to number 14, Bell, who is being exposed all game long. Watch as Connor McGovern puts number 99 on his knees here. The Bills are intending to run the ball up this gap right here. And in order to do that, they need to win this block right here. They need to win the block on Marquise Bell. And then they also need to win this one on the perimeter, or even just hold a stalemate. And all that stuff happens in very, very convincing fashion. Let's watch it. Very good performance by everyone involved. Really, the guys on the backside, they all created the wall that they needed to. We see the center pull with Mitch Morse worked very well. You could see behind that Deion Dawkins did a great job holding his block. This run's going to go into the secondary, and that's always a good thing, because when a run goes into the secondary, that means that everyone that's supposed to be making a block did their job. So what happens when they do try and block Micah Parsons? Because they can't just make him the read player every play. Well, this is one example of a time where Buffalo's offensive line got the better of Micah Parsons. Micah Parsons and Deion Dawkins are going to go one-on-one here. The Bills want to run it in between Dawkins' block on Parsons and Ty Johnson's block on number 33. They're going to have Spencer Brown pull and go up to this defensive back right there. Should be an interesting play. And it really all depends on the Parsons-Dawkins matchup. That's the one that really scares you. Let's watch. See how this Micah Parsons rep worked out. So, Dawkins fires his hands. This is a face mask. He's not really grabbing it, but he's hitting him in the face mask. But at the same time, the ball hasn't been handed off yet. Smart of Dawkins to know this is a time where you kind of can break the rules a little bit. The ref is very rarely going to call this right here. So I completely understand why Dawkins is doing that. The important thing, though, is that he doesn't pull on the face mask. And despite what Parsons tries to make it seem like, it was not a pull of the face mask. You could see a frame for a second where Dawkins' hand, Dawkins' hand right there. It is not on the face mask, yet Micah Parsons, his weight is still going down as opposed to forward. And that's why he loses balance and gets knocked out of this play right here. And, Parsons is going to whine. You see him, he's going to the official, pointing at his face mask. And fair, because he did touch his face mask. There's no doubting that. Yeah, you see Parsons complaining to the ref right here. And he has every right to do that, but the officials are very rarely going to call that. Let's look at the other blocks that were so important to that play. because they have the two guards one-on-one. They do a great job. And the other very important block that isn't in this area over here is Mitch Morse going up to, yet again, Marquise Bell, right? And the thing with all these offensive linemen is they're really strong and really athletic. And the Bills just take advantage of that time after time after time. Even after Marquise Bell moves closer to where the play is going to go, Mitch Morse still does a great job running and getting a good angle to seal him away from the play here. So Morse does a great job with that block. And again, I just want to point out the job that Spencer Brown does here. Going from here to here, I mean, look at how much distance you have to cover. As a 300-pound offensive lineman, that's very, very difficult. But he does a great job. If I resume the play, look at Spencer Brown. I mean, he gets there, and he pile drives him. That's the reason that James Cook had such a wide open lane, because Spencer Brown didn't just make his block on number 2, although number 2 ended up making the tackle. It was far, far away from the line of scrimmage. It's not that Spencer Brown just made the block. It's that Spencer Brown was moving him. I mean, he was moving him. This should have been a tackle in between Ty Johnson's block and the block of Micah Parsons and Deion Dawkins. But instead, Spencer Brown moves the D-back away from the play. Truly a great job by him. Another block that was crucial to this play working was Ty Johnson going up to the linebacker. I mean, you don't see running backs line up pretty much like a second tight end that often, but Ty Johnson's a really good blocker, and they made sure to utilize him in that way a lot. I'm super impressed by the game that Ty Johnson had here as a blocker. I mean, once again, watch it. Boom. I mean, he hits number 33 hard enough. Even though 33 is a bigger player than him, he allows Spencer Brown to have that lane to get to the D-back, and that allows Spencer Brown to move the D-back out of the play, and James Cook, he has a hole. See how all of it is a domino effect? Let me explain what I mean when I say that it's a domino effect. Let me rewind this. Because Deion Dawkins was able to go one-on-one with Micah Parsons, right? Because of that, later on, Ty Johnson was able to make that block on the linebacker. See, Ty Johnson had the lane to that linebacker because he was able to run behind Deion Dawkins' block. And because Ty Johnson was able to make that block, Spencer Brown was able to pull all the way in order to make this block right here. And because Spencer Brown was able to make that block, James Cook had a wide open lane. I mean, if he didn't get tackled by the ankles there, that's probably a touchdown. So just a very great job by everyone there. And again, I want to give credit to Mitch Morse doing a great job blocking the backside linebacker on that one. So I mentioned Ty Johnson and how he had a career day in his newfound niche role. And this play is just another portrayal of that. They're going to run right behind his block on number 1 on Dallas. But he's not the only skills guy that has a really good block here. Watch Dawson Knox absolutely take care of Micah Parsons here. That and Osiris Torrance and Spencer Brown are going to execute a nearly perfect combo block on number 92 up to number 14. Let's watch the play out here. So, like I mentioned, it's a combo block right here. Osiris Torrance is overtaking the defensive lineman. Spencer Brown is going to go up to number 14. Very easy read for James Cook here. He's going to run behind Dawson Knox and behind Ty Johnson's block on number 1. Right now, he still wants to look at that and read that a little more. It's very clear this gap right here isn't going to be open. Backside is doing a great job here also. James Cook is going to have to make a read here, depending on how the blocks continue to develop. Let's see. That gap, like I expected, very clearly filled up. This is the only obvious way to run, and it's so obvious because Knox makes this block. Ty Johnson makes his block. Very easy lane here. Could have been a touchdown if James Cook was able to work a better move later on in the play, but still a 20-yard gain is a 20-yard gain. You'll take that in the NFL. This play only ended up being a 4-yard carry, but I really want to show it to you guys because it really just put on full display the absolute dominance of this Bills offensive line on this specific NFL Sunday. They're going to run zone left, meaning that all of the blockers are going to go a gap to their left. And that doesn't necessarily mean they are going to instantly go up. So like Osiris Torrance isn't going to instantly go up to 33. The thing with zone blocking, specifically inside zone, is it involves a lot of combo blocks. And you want to see a textbook combo block? Look at this display between Spencer Brown and Osiris Torrance as they both destroy number 99 on the Cowboys. Just look at this, right? So the play starts. Cook is going to be reading the blocks of the offensive line. And you can already see everyone was stepping in sync. They were stepping the same direction. He's going to go up to him. These two, he's going to try and hold a stalemate. Morse is going to try and move Mozzie Smith further downfield as opposed to just keeping him even with the line of scrimmage. But just watch these two, man. It is going to be an absolute massacre. It is insane. This is the NFL equivalent of dunking on the opposing defender as an offensive lineman. I mean, oh my God, Spencer Brown tossed him. That's insane. What's great about this is it allows Spencer Brown to get up to number 33 way easier. And as Spencer Brown is going up to 33, we're going to see 99 continue to fly. I mean, this is absurd. This is bullying. Yeah, that's a block in the back. I really don't care. This is downright bullying. Spencer Brown making his block on 33. It sucks. One of the Dallas defenders ended up making the play, but this could have popped big if, again, James Cook got tackled by the ankles. It's insane the amount of plays that could have been even bigger if James Cook just broke an ankle tackle or two. Now, this next play, and this is going to be the final play that I want to show you guys, is going to be counter right. So they're going to have McGovern block down on number 99. They're going to have Mitch Morse block the nose tackle, Mozzie Smith. And they're going to have Osiris Torrance and Spencer Brown doing a combo block up to number 14, assuming that he trails the play and doesn't blitz. Now, the interesting thing here, and the really fun part of this play, is the tackle pull. He is going to go and block the last man on the line of scrimmage, which is actually this guy right here. He's going to come in. Dawson Knox is going to block him for a second and then go up to the next defender that he can find. And just look at how this works out. Obviously, Cook is going to try and run it behind this double team and behind this block. That should hopefully happen here. So you should have a hole in this area. That's where James Cook is going to try and run it. And just look at how well it works out. So here it is, right? Looks like the hole's going to open up. He's going to make the play. These two are getting a really good push, and one of them is going to have to come up. It looks like that's going to be Spencer Brown. Mitch Morse could do a better job allowing Mozzie Smith to get leverage towards the play. Could have really, really hurt them here, but Smith missed the tackle, as you could see. Was a little bit too late to go off the block, and James Cook has nothing but green grass. Let's go back a little bit, though, because we mentioned combo blocks on the last play that I showed. And this was yet another great example by those same two individuals. Osiris Torrance and Spencer Brown did a very good job with the combo block here. See, Spencer Brown went off, engaging with the inside linebacker there, and Osiris Torrance is staying on, keeping his body in front of the defender that he is overtaking, even without Spencer Brown there. James Cook works off that. He also works off this incredible block by Deion Dawkins as the pulling tackle. And, well, it's an easy 6 for James Cook. Makes a little bit of a move on the safety and ends up getting into the end zone. That was the final touchdown of the game. It was a heck of a way to score.